Nah. Hi guys, Nancy here. Oh, my camera went a little crooked. It's all good in the hood. Listen, it's been a while since I've popped in, shared a recipe with you, just for the sake of sharing a recipe. But I was in the mood to eat Margharita chicken. I don't know why that sounds good, you know, when you go to Chili's and all of a sudden you're wanting to have that Margherita flatbread. It's got chicken and basil and mozzarella. And you know, what's the difference between flatbread and pizza? Not much, just the shape of it. And maybe I should have just done a little research, decided that, you know, maybe the flatbread has a little more olive oil in it, maybe it's a little thinner, maybe it's a little crisper, you know, maybe your pizza dough is a little chewier, and maybe it's a little rounder. But in this instance, it really doesn't matter because if you are low carb, if you're keto, if you're carnivore, well, sort of, if you're gluten-free, this recipe is really good. Now, I guess it's really good. I don't know. I'm playing in the kitchen and I decided to go live. I should grab my tablet really quick because where the camera's at, I can't even reach it. So I can't see if anybody's popping in or anything. Let me grab it really quick, and maybe I can tilt this up just a titch because I'm OCD about that. So I don't know. We shall see. And in the meantime, I will grab my handy dandy tablet and I will turn it on YouTube so that I can, oh, now it's really crooked. My goodness. Hey, that's what's fun about being in the kitchen with Nancy. It's wobbly. So let me see here. I will go to YouTube if I can find it. I've got a song stuck in my head today, y'all. It just keeps going over and over and over. It's in my head. So if I start humming it, it will not be on to that thing moved again. I'm not going to mess with it, y'all. Where is my YouTube? YouTube. Shoot. Oh, there it is. It's way back here. I don't use my tablet very often, so it's one of those things. Yes, it shows that I am live, and I can turn me down, so there we go. And I'm going to move these knives away from me so I can move this up here. No, I don't make a mess. Guys, this is really super easy. And what got me thinking about it was, you know, I've seen pizzas that have like the all chicken crust. I don't know that I'm a huge fan. Maybe it's because they come frozen and they just don't have enough flavor. I don't know. Maybe it has extra ingredients I don't like. Something. So I thought, well, I'll just kind of do a play. I have a recipe called Kickin' Chicken, and you can make chicken nuggets with it, or you can make chicken patties with it, or you can make chicken tenders with it. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. And so I took that kind of concept and I thought, I'm just going to do a pizza with it and share it with these guys, and if they think it's cool, then they can try it out themselves. It's so basic. Now I will tell you, let's talk ingredients, all right? For this, I am using, for the crust, I'm using ground chicken, an egg, some grated Parmesan cheese, a little bit of seasoning in the mixture, and that's that. I am also using some ground pork skins. Now that's completely up to you, but I'm thinking that pork panko, that ground pork skin, would add a little bit of crunch texture to the crust. Sort of like when somebody, you know, at a pizza parlor, they'll use a little cornmeal down on the pan and give it a little dusting around the crust, just to give it a little extra, you know what I'm saying? A little something. All right, so I did that. And just to let you know, you can order pork panko. It's like $17 for a 1 pound bag on Amazon. If you use it a lot, I say go for it, but if you don't have to do that. I just bought a big bag of pork skins, plain, and I used my blender and ground them down. You can use a food processor. If you don't have a quick tool, you can just put them in a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin or wooden spoon or a back of a pot and crush them yourself. So I've got about a cup and a half here. I've already got everything ready to copy paste as soon as this live is done, so I can put the recipe in the description under here for you guys directly. I've also got some links for the mixing bowl and the blender if you so choose and you want to check those out. So let's go, guys. This is super easy. Hands are washed. I've got a pound of this ground chicken. I got it at Walmart. It is the Purdue ground chicken. It has containing 1% of vinegar and rosemary extract, fine and dandy. It only has 8% fat. I think that's kind of good because with the pork skins there is some added fat in it. So I'm just going to pop that into my bowl, which I'm digging on this bowl, y'all. It's making things like easy. If I have to walk away, I don't want any flies or any bugs or any critters to fall in it. It comes with the lid. Loving it. Got a handy dandy complimentary keto chow spatula. It's brand new, which is nice because mine is older than me, almost as old as me. I'm gonna take and crack an egg in here really quick. Boosh. This is so easy, you guys. And then I'm gonna use the grated Parmesan cheese. Everything here is just store brand stuff, nothing fancy. So this is salty, so you want it to go easy. You don't really need to add salt to this recipe because there is salt in this Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to pop that in there, just like so. Now, I'm going to use some ground basil. If you want, I recommend using my Italian seasoning. My daughter just moved out of the house, and I sent home a bunch of seasonings because we bought a bunch together. But I gave her the Italian seasoning, the garlic powder and the onion powder, because you know she's my daughter. So about a tablespoon of that, or to taste, really doesn't matter. And also, I'm going to use some of this everything bagel seasoning. You could use dehydrated garlic if I had that, which that's what mostly is left in here. As you can see, it's just mostly garlic. So about a tablespoon of garlic. It's just going to add flavor to the chicken. And that's all you do is just get this all mixed up. And you can use your hands if you like. Some people don't want to touch chicken, and I get it. For this instance, it's really easy and it's so simple to get it all together. Let's see who's in here. If anybody's in here, I see Linda. Hello. Well, a surprise. I know. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I have been wanting to make this pizza, been craving it for a while, but I just didn't want to do it. I just kept saying, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. And then today I was like, got to. And if you're going to do it, then you might as well just turn on the camera and share with people. Let them know what you're doing. I got my cabinets all cleaned out. They're like healthy now. I'm like, it's just me. There's nobody here but me, so no excuses, right? All right, so that's nice and easily mixed up. Now I'm gonna stop right there for a second, y'all. Boosh, do me a favor. When this is all said and done, you could help me so much by sharing. And if you're here for your first time, you've never been to my channel, thank you and welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to follow along and see what we do with it here at Keto for Real Life People. Also, I was told that some people aren't getting notifications on YouTube. Well, there's a little bell. You click it, and then you'll get a notification. It'll be on your phone or your device. It'll say, hey, she's live. So tap that if you want to. Now then, I've got a pan here. You can use a plain baking sheet if you want to. I'm recommending parchment paper. I love it because it makes things easy to clean up, number one. But it guarantees really that I've got that layer down and I'm not going to have a sticky mess. It's not going to stick to my pan. So I've already ground up, because I love you all, I've already ground up the pork skins and I'm not using my machine to make a noise. But as you can see, I'm just going to take and I'm just going to sprinkle across here. You can see it really doesn't take a whole lot, and I have half that left. That was probably about a cup. And I'm just going to kind of push it around on this paper so that it kind of gets out there. You see? Just pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it. Not complicated. You don't have to be precise or anything like that. Now here is where I'm gonna just kind of, I think this is easier. You can plop all of this down and try to spread it out, but then you're pushing your crumb away. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just taking this and I'm kind of dropping it like in a circle. I'm just taking these and kind of just going around and just plop, plop, fizz, fizz, just like that. And then I'll just put some right in the middle. And now I've already kind of got a big flat disc. That's how easy that was. Here, let's waste not, want not. Let's put all that meat on there. We know how expensive everything's getting these days. We just do not need to do that. So now you just take the hands and you just kind of press it so you join those little balls together and start patting it out. And I'm looking for about a ½ inch thick. And you know, you'll notice it kind of does push your pork skins out a little bit. Not to worry, I'm going to show you what to do with those. You can turn your pan using your hands and just work it out to the edges. And then don't worry if it's not perfectly round. I've got to stop for just 1 second here. Just 1 second. I already have a crust made, so I'm going to pull it out. I don't want to give it too long in here. Look, I can show you already. That's what we're going to build our pizza on. So we've got one done in the oven. Yes. Oh, nice and firm. Easily picks up. I think we're good to go. I'm going to set that right there. And it has such a lovely color. I don't know if you can see this or not, guys, but look at the beauty. It's so pretty, huh? Comment below. Are you hungry? Am I making your mouth water? I hope so. Now then, let's get back to this. We are going to continue to pat. Pat, 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 pat. And go around the edges. Now once you get out to here, I mean, you can see, guys, it's kind of uneven. No worries. I'm going to lift this paper and I'm just going to take the pork skins that pushed out and just kind of lift, and they kind of coat the edges of this. Just kind of turn it in on itself. Give it a little pat through the paper, just like that. And now look, there's no pork skins left on the paper. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to just get this going. I'm just going to continue to sprinkle this out and about. It doesn't have to be perfect. If some of it falls off, no biggie. Which I got just a big clump that just fell off. But you can take this now and just kind of go lightly over the top. It coats it. You could add seasoning to this crust, but now you can take this because you've got all of that on the sides. Now you can just start to sort of shape it a little bit better. And now you're touching it and it's not all sticky. You could just press it, press it, press it. It will shrink during the cooking process. It probably shrank, well, probably at least 1 inch around because the meat, it is a meat crust. And I just want it as even as possible. Just like that, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. This is going to be one of those quick tutorials, y'all. There's nothing crazy about it. There's nothing complicated about it. Ta-da! Now I'm just going to brush off my hands real quick. Give them a nice little rinse. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, on cooking time, I have my oven on convection at 375. So I have this in for about close to 20 minutes. It could easily do 15 to 20 is what I'm saying. If you don't have convection, like air going through it, it might take a few more minutes longer. Just watch it. You can tell by touching it when it's nice and firm. Besides that, we're going to top everything now, and we're going to pop it back in the oven so it will continue to cook for a bit. You don't have to worry about undercooked chicken. So I'm going to pop this one in the oven on the bottom shelf, and I'm going to note the time. It is 4:22. And now you can see how much this one shrank. So I bet you we have about an inch-ish here. Ooh, look at all the people showing up. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, darling. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Karen. Yay. Okay, so now it comes down to Margharita chicken or Margharita pizza. Let's even just cut out the chicken part of it, okay? A Margharita pizza or a Margharita flatbread bread is nothing more than bread, sauce, sliced mozzarella, fresh basil. That's it. You could drizzle a little olive oil if you want, but basically that's it. Here in America, like I said, you go to these restaurants, Applebee's, Chili's, wherever, you know, they order an appetizer, a flatbread, and get the Margharita. It's usually Margharita chicken, and that's spelled with an H in there. So they add chicken, they can add mushrooms, you can add red peppers, you can do whatever you want. And if you're just not in the mood for that, you can take this basic crust idea right here. If you're wanting to avoid carbs, this is the way to go, okay? Because the only thing you have in here is from the Parmesan cheese, which was only a half a cup, and it's spread throughout. Other than that, we've got all chicken and some seasoning and an egg. So we're super, super good. For me personally, I bought, let me see if I can pop this open. Yes. So again, I'm using my handy dandy. This measuring cup is perfect. It held an egg, then it held a half a cup of Parmesan, and now I'm going to just do marinara sauce. It's not spaghetti, it's not pizza. I just like marinara. How do you say it? Marinara? Marinara. Sarinara. Let me know what you say, how you say it. Tell me how you say it. You can take your back of your cup here and just flip it around. If you like it saucy, add a little more. Here's where your carbs come in, y'all. If you're keto and you're watching total carbs, just measure it out and do the macros. I do not do macros for people because that is laziness in my part. I think, you know, I'm here to help you with recipes. You figure out the macros. You could be using a totally different brand, and so it doesn't do me any good to tell you in the first place. But you can find a macros counter, measure it out. For me, I think a half a cup is more than enough for the entire thing. And I went and I bought sliced mozzarella versus just shredded. If you want to use shredded and it makes it easier, fine. But I think this is kind of just pretty and more authentic when it comes to the Margharita style. And we'll just get one more. And it's not about it being completely covered. It's kind of how it just melts out, right? Right. All right. And then comes basil. If you have fresh, it's best. I'm going to just say it. They were completely 100% out at the store. So I used basil in my crust, so I know there's going to be good flavor. I could give it a little sprinkle. But I did find, and I will use, some fresh oregano. And I'm just going to drop these little leaves. I'm picking them off, and I'm just dropping them onto my crust and my cheese here. It's going to be pretty, and it'll add that little bit of oregano. You do not want the stems, y'all. No stems for you. A little bit more. Yeah. Oh, it's to me, it's like a work of art. I think the round makes it so pretty. I like seeing these like this. See, like a delicate little one right here. And just lay it there. He's so pretty. Ta-da! I've got a couple here. That's a little clunky right there. So, well, now it's clunky. Now it's clunky over there. All right. All right. All right. All right. Who else makes this? Have you guys tried this? Have you done it? Have you done it? Now, I will tell you guys, well, let me get this in here. Now, how much time it's going to take is how much time it's going to take, because we're going to let that mozzarella get nice and melty. Once that happens, we're good for go. Let's pop it in the oven. Boop. And now we're there. Guys, that's not even a huge mess, is it? I mean, that's pretty awesome, I think. Can you freeze it? Sure. You could freeze it, you could pull it out, you could rebake it in the oven. So you could make this, you could prep it. You could prep it. Here's a thought, you could press that out to the raw state, get the crust on it with the pork panko skins if you want to. And then you could just set your baking sheet in a freezer so that it's nice and flat, and you can freeze your crusts and then pull them out and bake them when you're ready. Bake them from frozen, you just know they're going to take longer. But obviously, really super easy. What other ideas can you think to do with this? Because I think you could take it and break it in half rather than having one large one, which is like a family style. You could definitely break it down into smaller portions and flatten them out. You could figure a pound is 16 ounces. So if you wanted to break that down into 4 single serves at 4 ounces and you're watching portion control, that would be an excellent way to do it. Again, I like to just take them. You could roll these into just like the shape of mozzarella sticks and just do little tubes of them, lay them out on some parchment paper. You could put them in the freezer for when you want them later, or you could put them in your air fryer or on a baking sheet, pop them in the oven. They will be chickeny, cheesy. You could dip them in that marinara. You could add some of those hot pepper flakes. So lots and lots of ideas. That's the way I look at a recipe. I see it and then I see how many different ways can I do that. Maybe it comes from the fact that I raised 5 children, and a lot of times we were on a very, very strict budget, and you know how it is. I mean, who remembers the 90s, y'all? How many ways can you cook hamburger? How many ways can you cook chicken? So I still do it. I still do it when I'm making something. I'm like, how many different ways can I play with this and make it do what I want and get something different? Pretty much doing the same thing. It's just what I like to do. All right, I'm going to take a look at a few of the comments because right now we're just waiting on this chicken or this cheese to finish melting out, and we'll give it a taste. I can't stand that my whole thing seems crooked. Like I would have to be like this to look straight to me. I don't know. We shall see. Glad to see you. Catching you after the Zoom gals told me. Yay, Sharon. Say good to see you, Nancy. That top is gorgeous on you. Thank you so much. It's awesome. You always make me hungry when you cook. Looks beautiful. Thanks for the recipe. Susie joining from Beaumont, California. I love low carb pizza. Hi, Lisa. Yes, and yes, and yes. Well, there we go. So, yeah, when I get done with this little tutorial, I will upload it. Once it uploads, then I've already got everything ready to just copy, paste, and pop the recipe in there, the written recipe, because sometimes I know I go fast and you want to just slow down and be able to read it for yourself. So I've got that all ready for you guys. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I've got that in the lid because I don't want to make a mess. Hey, and I'm going to mention this while I'm waiting. If you are not a supporter yet, my YouTube channel offers, you can look, it says support keto for real life people, low carb keto for real life people. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing. And you're like, but Nancy, you haven't been on it a long time. No, I haven't. For those of you who are here on YouTube and don't follow me on Facebook, I have been on a long break. I mean, officially I stepped kind of out of this back in August. There's a lot going on in my personal life. I am moving forward as a single woman now, still going through the process, and I will be moving soon. By faith, I am moving soon and starting over. So there's that to be said. Now then, going forward, I hope to be doing more cooking tutorials and getting back in the kitchen with you guys. So you will be getting to see more recipes, and I hope they just keep coming to my brain. And I am going forward and looking for full-time work at this point in time. But if I get to do my YouTube and my YouTube gets busy again, that is a really financial blessing. It is the one source of income for me that this really does well. So I've got to get back to it because I've got to get back to y'all. What's we got going on here? I see something green. It means I have to give a shout out of something. Always welcome. Welcome to Proud Ketoning. Thank you. Thank you. Just became a member. Thank you. My fave is the Rouse mushroom and green pepper sauce. Delicious and pretty good on carbs. I've heard so much about it. I really haven't tried it. Grammy D says, yep, I'm just YouTube now, no more Facebook. I gotta stay in the Facebook realm just because I got so many people there who don't do YouTube, but I just love them all so much. Watching you from Cabela's. There's a crowd gathering around. Oh, awesome. Tell them to like and subscribe. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button here. You can hit the share button. It'll copy the links. Claudia Caudell is saying, welcome back, Nancy. I missed you so much. Glad to see you, says Michelle Nee. Oh, hello, hello. So yes, let's take a look at the pizza and see where we're at with it. I'm gonna just pop my light on. No sense in opening it if it's not melted. Now it is in a little pool of cheesiness, so it will be starting to bubble just a bit, and I like it like that. I like just that light golden brown to get a little bit on top. Ooh, how do you all like yours? Do you like, I call it a flat white melt, where it just strings and it's just melted? Or do you go for the golden bubbly where it's got just that titch of golden crust on it? Or do you like it like crunchy where it has that little bit of crunch to it, maybe just even a titch of char? Think of it as a marshmallow, because you either like them golden or burnt. I'm more of the golden kind of girl. Not that I don't love a good char, but I prefer it on my steaks and things like that. Let's see here. I love your lives. Aw, thank you. Karen says, I've made a lot of keto pizza, but the crust looks awesome. Yes, you know, guys, I have to say, when it comes to pizza crusts, I remember going back to when I very first started, and you know, to me, the holy grail, the savior of all of it was fathead pizza dough. To me, to this day, it's one of the best hands down pizza crusts. Although it is mostly cheese, the addition of almond flour and egg and I think it's baking powder or something like that, that really just kind of brought it all together and made it doable again. Like you could have a pizza night. And then I came along with Miracle Dough, which was lupin flour and mozzarella cheese and cream cheese and psyllium husk. Took it to another whole level. Wonderful things, which I love. Again, but some people were like, you know what, if you have a sensitivity to, say, peanuts, lupin flour might not be for you, or you just don't feel like doing that and having a cheesy crust. Then there's this option, which is to take any meat you like, really. I'm using chicken. You could use turkey. You could do ground beef. I mean, could you imagine taking your ground beef instead of making a meatloaf or a burger or tacos, putting this out, putting some garlic in it, putting some dried peppers in it, like bell pepper, take some Mrs. Dash seasoning, get it all seasoned up with some black pepper, maybe some Montreal steak seasoning, flatten that baby out, spread a little melted cream cheese around it, add some bell peppers and onions, and lo and behold, we now have Philly cheesesteak. Maybe I should do that one next because it sounds delicious. But what a wonderful way to do a Philly cheesesteak. I mean, you can make it a pinwheel. You could make it a flatbread pizza style. Any ground meat, we could use the same principle on and just get so many different results. What do you think? Doesn't that sound good? What do you think of the Philly cheesesteak pizza with beef? Yeah, that sounds good to me. Now, my whole thing is, you know, Taco Tuesday could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for me. I will take a break on Saturday and Sunday. I adore tacos. Like, I could live on tacos. Again, ground beef here, whatever. You could top this up. You could use some salsa. You could do some cheddar cheese. We could do some black olives. We could do all the things you would put on a taco. And then at the end of it, we can just top it with some lettuce and some sour cream and some avocado, some guacamole. Dang! I'm going to have to come back and do a couple of more of these. I can tell right now we're going to have to try a couple more with some different meats. What do you think? If you like the idea, please comment below. Let's see here. Let's see. Crispy. I like golden brown, no char. I like it the way you just said. Sounds good, sounds good. Love taco anything. Hey, Nancy, so glad to see you're back. It's been a while. Yes, it has. So very sorry about stressful things. We'll be praying for you and the singleness and new issues with the difference. Sharon, yes, yes. And Linda says she likes the idea. All right, let's take a look here and see what we have. Oh, baby. My glasses, look, y'all. My glasses just steamed up. I guess I'm going to have to get down here because my camera keeps moving. So now we have, look, we have some crispy. Now it's not quite as brown, but you could definitely take the broiler and click it to there. And I would have done that, but I've got the other pizza in there. But this is ooey gooey stringy. It looks delicious. I love the green. I'm going to bring it around to you guys, because I know that is right there. Look at here, you all. Is that not just yummy looking? That is just absolutely yummy looking. So I get to be the lucky one and give it a cut here. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? There was a crispy crunch going across the outer rim. I didn't expect the center of the pizza to be crunchy because, you know, it's so far to the middle. But I love hearing that outer crunch. Oh, I love it. I love, love, love it. And I'm going to get out one of my little spatulas here. This one. There's a handy dandy one. And I'm going to get a plate. These are my saucers. I need my little Dollar Tree saucers. I went to the store, but they're in the dishwasher. But I need to buy some more Dollar Tree saucers because these are just too big. This is what I use for dinner plates. Gosh, guys. Look, I mean, it's holding up. It's holding up just like that. I do recommend that you let it set for a minute. Oh, let's come around and I want to show you this. I want to show you the ooey gooey, cheesy. You can see thickness-wise. It's held up. We've got that. Now, fresh basil would have been beautiful on top, but I've got plenty in the seasonings. So, there we go. I'm actually really thrilled. I think I'm going to get a fork only because it's so hot. And I don't want to keep you guys too terribly long. But let's do this. Thank you, Lord, for this food that I'm about to eat. Please bless it and make it a nourishment to my body. I thank you for the provision in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's eat. I wish Elizabeth was here right now. She would be digging on this. I think Danielle would be too, for sure. Oh my gosh, you guys, so good. The crust is not just chicken plain. Let me get around to this little crusty area right here because it's exposed. So therefore, oh, you can hear it. I'm gonna get close. I want to get close. Close to you. Oh, there's something on my phone. I thought there was something on my neck. So around the edge that doesn't have sauce, you've got that crunch. And it's really so much flavor in this. You're gonna love it. Me trying to step around everything. If you like one, a glass would be great right about now. If not, get your favorite beverage out and bon appetit. A side salad with this would be just fantastic. I will tell you something. I was going to make 2 versions of this, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I still can, because I have another crust. But I was going to do the Alfredo. So there you go. There's another whole avenue for you. So if you don't like red sauce, you don't care for chicken Parmesan, because that's kind of got that flavor, but better, then you can also turn it around to a different type of sauce that you want. Let's go here. I'm going to give you some ideas. Then I'm going to have to remember said ideas. And then I'm going to have to come out and do maybe once a week, do a series, or once every other week of this dinner, kicked up and different. So Alfredo sauce, spinach, mushrooms, red peppers. That's my favorite combo with chicken. It would be off the chain, delicious white chicken pizza. Yum, yum, yum. How about another version of this? We omit the Italian seasoning. Maybe we add a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of smoked paprika, and we give it a good mix. We pat it out. We top it with some red enchilada sauce and some cheese. We make some chicken enchilada style, or perhaps green chili instead. I love green chili chicken enchiladas with the sour cream sauce. Yeah, I think this is a totally doable thing, you guys. There is more than one way to get around food cravings when you want a certain taste of something. And I'm telling you right now, this is easy and delicious. So good. Let's see, Linda, yay! She is a go-getter. Thank you, Linda. Oh, let's see here. Like the idea. Gorgeousness. Can live on tacos too. Also, yes. And yes, cook it all. Pretty please. Yes, let's do that, guys. Wowzers. I need some of that. LOL. I wish I was there right now. I wish you guys were too. We could have a wonderful pizza party together. Love the Alfredo with chicken and tons of garlic. Bury the mushrooms though. Ugh. Yeah. Well, that's the wonderful thing. Top it with what you love, enjoy it, and it's just, I guess not everybody thinks the way I do. My daughter Danielle was here, and she said, Mom, she goes, I know you're not doing a lot of cooking for yourself lately, but she goes, I wish I could do that. Like, she's like, the way you do that, and think of different recipes. And I was like, I don't think of it as anything. But she said, kind of, it is a deal, because if I show you this, I think of 10 different ways to make it. And she's like, well, I don't think of 10 different ways to make it, you know? So yeah, guys, we'll get together. I'll show you the different ways I could think of to do this. Let's do some different flavor profiles. Let's mess around and use some different types of meats and see what we can come up with. I'm even thinking we could do a country dinner style. How about ground beef, pork panko, country gravy, bacon, cauliflower mash. I bet you we can make something. We can have fun with this. That's what we can do. We can just have fun. I thank you guys so much for popping in. This is not a long one. Just wanted to make some dinner, and I wanted to share some time with you in my kitchen. Thank you so much for showing up. And remember, guys, eat healthy, whole foods. You do you, boo. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.